Welcome to the Deep Dive. We unpack complex topics to bring you, well, the essential insights. Have you ever considered what truly drives an entrepreneur's success, especially, in the lightning fast world of AI? It's a critical question, particularly when you look at that staggering 90% startup failure rate. Identifying elite talent, the real game changers, it's incredibly difficult. Today, we're doing a deep dive into excerpts from Wayfinder Protocol, Elevating AI Entrepreneur Selection. It's by EON AI Ventures. Our mission here is to understand how this new system, it's pretty comprehensive, aims to transform founder selection from, let's say, more of an art into a rigorous science. We'll explore how it uses data-driven analysis to spot genuine potential, moving way beyond those traditional, often subjective methods. Get ready for some surprising facts and insights. Historically, picking the right founders, it's been less about concrete data and maybe more about gut feeling, right? What some call an art. What have been the real consequences of approaching it that way?
Well, the consequences are pretty profound, actually. That more artistic selection process, it often leads to, frankly, massive capital misallocation. Money going to the wrong ideas, or maybe the wrong teams. And maybe even more critically, it results in the systematic exclusion of brilliant non-traditional candidates.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, people who might not fit a certain mold, maybe they don't have the expected network connections, but they possess incredible potential. That 90% startup failure rate, it isn't just some abstract number. It's a direct reflection of how challenging it's been to identify true potential and, importantly, to do it without bias getting in the way.
Right. So if the old ways miss so much potential, how is EON AI Ventures trying to turn this art into a science with their Wayfinder protocol? What's it different?
What's really fascinating here, I think, is that the Wayfinder protocol isn't just a small improvement. They position it as a systematic evolution in how we evaluate talent. It combines advanced psychometric testing, sophisticated behavioral observation methods, and cutting-edge predictive analytics. The core aim is to create these really detailed founder potential profiles, but with unprecedented accuracy and consistency, getting us away from those subjective judgments entirely.
Okay, let's unpack the scientific evaluation system then, starting with step one. It's called the Digital Assessment Foundation. It's all online, takes about, 75 to 90 minutes?
Exactly. This initial stage really lays the groundwork. It has three core components, each designed to objectively measure different facets of a candidate. First up, there's the Cognitive Excellence Evaluation. This uses advanced pattern recognition and logical reasoning assessments. Think standardized matrix-based puzzles.
Okay, like logic puzzles.
Precisely, yeah. But what's really revolutionary about this part is how it measures fluid intelligence. That's your raw ability to think abstractly, solve new problems, and it's largely independent of your educational background or stuff you've already learned.
Interesting. So pure processing power almost.
Sort of, yeah. It's about the core brain power, not just memorized facts. Then second, they have the entrepreneurial mindset profiling. This is a pretty comprehensive 40-question psychological assessment. It quantifies key personality traits, things like conscientiousness, openness to experience, grit.
Grit.
That's a big one. Huge. That perseverance and passion for long-term goals, plus risk tolerance, leadership qualities. It gives a measurable profile of a founder's internal drive and resilience. And finally, in this stage, there's the digital footprint analysis. Now, this is an AI-powered examination of things like professional profiles, project portfolios, online activity.
So not just social media.
No. It's not about scrolling feeds. It's looking for concrete evidence. Proof of self-initiated work, technical competency, demonstrated execution capability, basically proof that you can actually do things that align with being an entrepreneur.
That's incredibly thorough just for a digital stage. But here's where, for me, it gets really interesting. How do they move from those digital insights to, live interactive evaluation? That brings us to stage two, the live virtual assessment center. Another 90 minutes. This sounds like where the rubber meets the road, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
This stage is all about observing candidates in real time, under simulated conditions, to see how they actually perform, not just what they say they can do on paper. It kicks off with a crisis management simulation. Candidates get put into realistic business crisis scenarios.
Okay. Pressure's on.
Definitely. And there's strategic thinking, their decision-making under that pressure, structured problem-solving, clear communication. It's all evaluated. How do they react when things genuinely go wrong? Then there's the collaborative leadership assessment. These are team-based exercises. They're designed specifically to evaluate communication style, conflict resolution skills, and crucially, their ability to actually elevate the performance of the whole group. Can they genuinely lead and inspire others, not just manage?
Makes sense.
And finally, in this stage, we have the technical learning velocity challenge. It's pretty cool. It's a direct observation of a candidate's ability to rapidly learn and apply new technology tools. They go through guided workflow construction exercises. It demonstrates how quickly they can adapt to and master unfamiliar tech, which, as you know, is absolutely vital in the fast-evolving AI landscape.
That's a really unique blend, assessing both those hard technical skills and the softer interpersonal ones. So once all that rich data from the first two stages is gathered, it culminates in what they call the data-informed interview process. About 45 minutes for this last stage. How does that final step truly leverage all this information?
Right. This is where all the pieces really come together. First, there's the AI synthesis report generation. All the assessment data from stages 1 and 2 gets combined into one comprehensive candidate profile, and the AI automatically flags potential inconsistencies or areas that might need clarification, so the interviewers aren't going in cold.
Got it. It guides the conversation.
Exactly. It feeds directly into the structured behavioral verification. This isn't just a casual chat, it's a targeted interview process. It's specifically designed to validate the findings from the assessments and also to evaluate those crucial interpersonal qualities that might be harder to gauge in simulations, things like coachability and, cultural alignment. It means every interview question has a purpose. It's driven by the data, not just off-the-cuff conversation.
So, putting it all together, what does this entire Wayfinder protocol really mean for the future of entrepreneurship? It sounds like a complete paradigm shift in how we spot talent.
It really does raise an important question, doesn't it? If we connect this to the bigger picture, the core advantages become incredibly clear. First, you've got data-driven objectivity. By systematizing the evaluation, it aims to eliminate, or at least drastically reduce, human bias, making for a fairer playing field.
Okay, that's huge.
It is. Second, it allows for scalable implementation. You can assess large candidate pools simultaneously, much more efficiently than the traditional methods. Third, and this is key, there's continuous improvement. The machine learning algorithms are constantly refining their predictive accuracy. They do this by correlating the initial assessment scores with actual, real-world entrepreneurial success metrics.
Like what kind of metrics?
Things like revenue generation, funding rounds achieved, long-term venture sustainability. The system essentially learns and gets better over time at predicting success. And critically, it's about democratizing access. The protocol aims to make this kind of world-class founder evaluation globally accessible to qualified candidates, no matter where they live or who they happen to know, enabling selection based purely on merit.
That's a potentially massive impact. And it sounds like this isn't just for venture capitalists funding AI startups. The source material hits at diverse applications across the whole innovation ecosystem.
Oh, absolutely. The Wayfinder protocol isn't confined to just one sector. You can see its use by educational institutions, maybe identifying promising students for entrepreneurship programs, by corporate innovation programs looking to spot internal talent, by investment organizations, obviously, for risk reduction. Accelerator programs could use it to build stronger cohorts. And it's even being considered for government development initiatives, things aimed at boosting a nation's innovation capacity. The real power here is its potential ability to identify exceptional entrepreneurial talent that might otherwise just be overlooked by traditional methods, simply because someone has a non-traditional background or an unconventional educational path, or maybe just a different presentation style.
So to recap our deep dive today, the Wayfinder protocol really represents a fundamental shift, moving from that intuitive gut feel approach to a much more scientific method for identifying entrepreneurs, replacing guesswork with data.
Exactly. And in a world increasingly shaped by AI, it truly begs the question, what stands out to you listening right now about a system that seeks to define entrepreneurial potential not by who you know, but by what you can actually do and how you think?
Yeah, it's something to think about. Consider how this kind of systematic approach might not just pick the next great founder, but could fundamentally change how we all think about talent, innovation, and success itself, especially in this AI age.